In this video, we're going to learn how to rank Premier League footballer salaries using ClickHouse's window functions. So we're going to launch ClickHouse, and if you run the ClickHouse CLI since the last couple of versions, it will automatically launch ClickHouse local. We're then going to set a couple of variables. So schema inference make columns nullable so that when we process a file, it doesn't automatically make things nullable. And then we're going to set describe compact output to 1. So it's only going to show us the name of a column and then the type. And then we're going to describe the file salaries.csv. So this is a file that I've got locally on my computer, and you can see it's got the team, the player, the weekly salary, and the position. And I've got all the teams from the Premier League. We're just going to quickly create ourselves a view over this file, and we're going to rename the weekly salary column to salary. Let's now write a query on that salaries table, and we're going to get back all those fields, and then we're going to compute a row number, and we're going to say over and then empty. And so what that means is it's going to get the row number over the entire data set. So the window is our entire data set, and we'll get back 10 rows. And you can see this comes back. So the Bournemouth players were first in my CSV file. And if you look over on the right hand side, you can see the column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let's try something a little bit more complicated. So let's get that query, and we're going to change the condition. So we're going to put in an order by salary descending inside the little over statement. And then let's run the query again. And so it comes back this time with the row numbers are still 1 to 10, but you can see now they are ranked in salary order. So the people who are paid the most are at the top. Now we can also choose to order the results afterwards by a different column if we want. So for example, we could say I want to order by position. And so you see this comes back. So the position that's at the top or in the highest in the alphabetical order is D, so D for defender. And you can see there's then a bunch of defenders in there, and then their row numbers are reflecting their salary. So you see it's got like number 440, number 400, and then we've got an Arsenal defender in third place there as a rank of 125 out of all the players based on the salary order. We could also, as well as computing row number, there are a couple of other functions that we could use instead. So we've got rank, so let's add that in, and then dense rank as well. And if we run that, we can see the difference between how these functions work. So if you look on the row number column, you can see it always goes in sequential order. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whereas with rank, it's actually looking at the value itself. So if you look down at number 3 and number 4, those ones are both have the rank of 3 because they have exactly the same salary. So it's 350,000. And then what happens when you get to the next one is it then skips up to number 5. And then you can see the same sort of thing happening down with Rashford, Silva and Grealish. So they've all got the same 300,000, 300,000, 300,000. So it's 7, 7, 7, 10. Now, dense rank's a little bit similar to rank. So again, if we have things which have the same value within the window, then it's going to give them an equal rank. So you can see a 3 and a 3, but it doesn't then skip to the next ranking. It just goes directly to the next one. So you can see it goes 3, 3, and then 4. So it doesn't skip up to 5. And then if we go down a bit, it goes 6, 6, 6, and then 7, rather than skipping maybe a couple of places up to 9. So I think for the way I like to do the rankings, I think the rank function is going to be best. So let's just delete the dense rank, and then we'll delete the row number 1 as well. And then I'm going to add in another couple of rankings where we're going to partition it slightly differently. So this time, instead of saying we're going to just do it over the entire data set, I'm going to put in a particular partition key or a grouping key. So I'm going to say the first one we're going to partition by the team, and again we'll order by the salary descending, and we'll call that team rank. So this is going to give us like that person, what is their salary ranking if you only compare them against people who have the same team. And then we'll do the same thing, but by the position. And again, we'll order by the salary descending, and we'll call this pos rank. And so that one is going to tell us for a particular position, how does their salary rank against all the other people who play in that position? And then we'll get back the results. And so you can see it comes back. So the first player is Kevin De Bruyne from Manchester City. He plays in midfield, 400,000 salary. So his rank is 1 for everything. If we then look in position 2, or the second row, Erling Haaland, 375,000. So his rank overall is 2nd. His team ranking, also 2nd because he plays for Manchester City. But because he's the top paid forward, his position rank is 1. And let's have a look at another one. So let's skip down towards the end. So Marcus Rashford, so he's paid 300,000. His overall ranking, 7. His team ranking is 3 because there's a couple of players from Manchester United higher than him. So if you look a little bit up, we can see Varane and we can see Casemiro. And then his position ranking is also 3 because there are 2 forwards higher than him. So those are Salah and Haaland. And so let's now have a look at what happens if we want to filter it. So when you want to filter this, so say we wanted to keep all those different rankings, but we wanted to see it just for one team, so say for Manchester United, we need to go and either put that query as a subquery, or what I tend to prefer is let's put it into a CTE. So we'll name it windowed salaries, and then let's just position everything a bit across. We'll just tab it across a little bit so we've got everything in a bit more tidy. And then we're going to query that CTE. So we're going to get the player, the position, the salary, and we'll build a little bar chart. So we'll say we're going to create a bar chart of the salary starting from 0, going up to the maximum salary, and we'll do it in sizes of 10, and we'll then return the team rank, the position rank, and the rank from the windowed salaries. And then we're going to filter it so that we just get back Manchester United, and we'll get 15 players. And you can see this comes back. So Casemiro is sitting there at the top. He's got a 350,000 salary. Remember, he's the highest paid player in the team, the second highest paid midfielder, and the third highest paid player overall. And you can sort of see the variations as we go down. So you can see these players are quite highly paid, given their general performance is not very good. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think, maybe 9 actually, 10 players in the top 50 earners in the league. So that's just a small subset of the available Windows functions, and we're going to do more videos on the other ones in future. So let us know in the comments if you have any favorite functions that you'd like us to cover. But in the meantime, check out this video up here where we learn how to do dynamic column selection, which is another really cool SQL feature. And I'll see you in the next one.